What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another FTL How To Tuesday. A little different setting today and a little bit of a different trick today. We've done the bunny hop, the 180 to the 360, and we've also done the how to air and builded the how to lace a wheel video too. So we're moving along. We got plenty of videos to come still, and I would love to hear your suggestions in the comments of what you want to see next. I know you guys want to see the how to manual, so we're going to do that soon. But our buddy Justin Crofton just blessed the FTL shop with this brand new rail he made for us. We're across the street from the shop right now in a parking lot. So I figured it'd be a good time to do our first grind trick. And first grind trick is the double peg. And I'm going to teach you how to double peg on this rail. And I'm going to teach you how to double peg on ledges. This trick's it's a basic beginner trick, but you're going to need pegs for it. So the pegs I suggest, because these are slim, they're low profile, and they're also long, but if you don't like long, they come in shorter ones too. I'm currently running the Merit GFV pegs, the Brandon Beacon signature model. I have the 4.75, so the extra long, so you don't have to worry about slipping off rails, ledges, or whatever, and it makes hard spin tricks out easier too. And before you do the double peg grind, you're gonna want to figure out which side of the bike is more comfortable for you to grind on. And if you only have two pegs, you're gonna want to put them on that side first. A lot of you guys ask me why I run left side drive. So that's the sprocket and the gearing is on the left side here, which is pretty uncommon for any other bike besides a BMX bike. But since we are doing grinds, and my grind side is on the right side, I don't have anything in the way over here. It's just nothing to get caught up on. So I prefer to have left side drive, grind on my right side for most of the time. Sometimes I'll do left side tricks, but as you see, I have a hub guard in the back here, which makes it better for sliding. And hub guards in the front here too. These are also Merit front hub guards and Merit rear hub guards. I do not have one on my left side. So if you're gonna be grinding on the side that you have your sprocket and chain on, I recommend getting a hub guard. And if you don't, just be careful with your chain, because lots of repetitive grinds on the chain can damage the links. The next thing you know, you're pedaling, boom, over the bars, knee in the stem. You just gotta keep an eye on it if you're gonna be doing a lot of grinds on the chain side. But I'm gonna take you to a little crusty ledge over there and teach you how to do the double peg stall first before we get to sliding on a rail. So let's go across the street. We're at a very crusty ledge right here. This is just because it's very convenient next to the shop. But any ledge is grindable if you have enough of this. Wax, this is a Merit wax. It would take a lot of wax to make this ledge slide good, but I'm just gonna show you double pegs on this ledge for the sake of learning how to stall first. Just getting comfortable doing the double peg, you can just put your bike up, set your pedals even, put your pedal on the ledge, and just figure out the nice balance point of just leaning in, leaning out, getting used to the feeling of being pegs on the ledge. Just show you the stall quick, and the stall is when you're not moving, literally this. This is a little bit high for a double peg if this is your first double peg, but realistically you can double peg anything that is taller than the bottom of your peg right here. So even if it's this high, you can still get pegs on it, grind it, and your wheels will be off the ground, and it will be a double peg. So you're gonna ride straight towards the ledge, parallel to the ledge, bunny hop. It's a very simple, basic trick. You just don't want to, you want to make sure that you don't clip your pegs going up, and you don't want to be leaning too far over or too far here. You want to have confidence doing this trick. Center your body, your balance going forward, and just bunny hop and shift over, and you're in a double peg. And you can practice the feeling of being in the double peg like I just showed you before, so it doesn't feel crazy when you hop into it. But you just take that technique and bring it to anything that you feel comfortable hopping on. Shout out again to Justin Crofton, who made this rail for us. If you live in Long Island and want a rail made, he will do it at a very, very reasonable price. The same rules apply for the ledge that I just showed you, where you're gonna ride up perpendicular to it, but not too close where you're gonna hit your pegs going up. You're gonna do a little bunny hop. You're gonna wanna lock in the pegs, fully locked in so that your tires are either rubbing or very close to rubbing the rail. You don't wanna be at the end of your pegs right here, because it is way harder to balance and you'll end up slipping off this way or slipping off that way. Not good. So you want to lock in. You want to have tires pretty much rubbing as close as you possibly can, so you hit that lock point. And you're not going to be leaning to your right or to your left. You're going to keep your center of balance straight. Just look towards the end of the rail, keep sliding, pull off. Ride close to it, not too close where you're going to hit your pegs going up, but about like right here. Bunny hop, and just shift your weight over. You make sure your back gets on too, not just your front, because if your back slips off, you don't want to hit the upright right here, then you'll get stuck and might flip over. But so just make sure that your pegs are getting up the rail, and you can do it as slow as you want right away. With the slower you go, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to ride away smooth. I'll show you what I mean. And that could happen too, where you lean over too much. That's going to be a common problem when you're going slow. You're going to lean to the left and right because the slower you go, the little bit harder it is to balance because you're on the rail for longer. So another tip, like I said before, that you put your pedal down on the ledge to catch your balance. It's just kind of, it's cheating, but it doesn't really matter at first. If you're just learning how to get your balance point, it doesn't matter, it's not cheating. But if you're on a rail and you put your pedal down, you don't want to do it. Don't do it on a rail because it's very easy. I guess maybe I don't have enough space in my cranks, but a lot of people will have enough space in their cranks where they're crank on. Oh, there you go, right there. That happens, bad news. Don't want to do that. Don't put your pedal down on the rail. If your pedal gets caught, you're getting stuck and you're going over the bars. You don't have to do the whole rail at the beginning if you're just starting. Just a little nibble at the end, getting some pegs on. Common problem I know a lot of people have with double pegging is they come at too much of an angle and they do more like a lean, and then their tires are going to get caught in the upright right here. So you don't want to lean out too much, and then if that happens, your pegs might not get on. You want to come at it as perpendicular as you can, as straight as you can, and just a little bunny hop, a little shift of the weight, and balance. It's all about balance and control and just confidence that you're going to get on the rail, and getting off is cake. So I'll do a couple examples. So another thing I noticed, you don't want to be too tall when you double peg the rail. What I mean by that is stiff and tall. You'll be off balance and it'll be hard to control. But if you're low, if you have a lower center of gravity, bend your knees. And shout out to Mike Brennan, if you ever seen Mike Brennan do a double peg. He sits in the back seat and balances like no tomorrow. He could go all the way down a rail for days. And that's his trick. I don't personally get that low, but I bend my knees enough, bend my arms enough, and just watch my front wheel, figure out the balance, bend my arms left and right. And if you do end up going over to one side, you just want to ditch your bike. You don't have to let go completely, but you want to just run off. You don't want to hold on too long because then you're going down. I'll show you a little example of what I mean by leaning too far over the rail. Come on, lean, run. Another thing is just falling off a little bit too early on your grind side, which is no problem at all. Just make sure you pull off enough to where your pegs aren't going to fall off and then you ride into the rail. One thing you could do is when you're hopping on, instead of sitting too far in the back seat and getting in trouble and then not controlling your front wheel, it's a little bit easier to just get your front peg on, lock, and then let your back peg land. If you guys learned anything, if you guys are enjoying these how-tos, please subscribe to the FTL channel. Follow me on Instagram, BillyPerry631. Follow Alex Canova. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see next week, and stay tuned for the FTL drop on Thursday. See you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Peace out.